So now we're going to review the 3 agent archetypes that you typically see at events. Those are going to be new agents. Many times they're just getting started. They may or may not have had their first closing. They may or may not have any closings on the books. And a lot of times these are the agents that are really hesitant to purchase because they don't yet have confidence in their ability to produce in the real estate industry. And that's really the biggest challenge that you'll face with those agents, is that they're not sure. They have a lot of uncertainty if they're going to have another closing, and how can I get these gifts if I don't have another closing, right? Many times these people go through, a long series of school and tests where they're not making some income, and so it's really hard for them to purchase. But these are the greatest people to build relationships with, because new people always become experienced people, right? The next set of people that you're going to meet with are people that have been in the industry for a while. They've learned some things, and they understand a little bit more of the business flow. And so these are the type of people that can most likely give you a number as far as how many closings they're going to close this year. They've learned how to do some planning, and they've experienced real estate to some degree. And so many times these people are doing anywhere from 2 to 4 closings or transactions per month. And these are really good ideal clients for us, because they a lot of times are busy. They understand the value of leverage. And so these clients are really good clients for us. And then the third group that you really run into are teams, really big teams or small teams. Either way, you're going to run into it's more than just a single agent. This is myself and a transaction coordinator. This is myself and a buyer's agent and a transaction coordinator. They have multiple people, and they understand business at a little bit of a higher level than the other 2 agents, where they understand leverage, they understand the value of their time. So many times what appeals to this group is the system. Having something in place that's easy, that doesn't take time, that clients like, right? And the biggest value for us is that we're going to take gifting off their plate. So those are the 3 client archetypes, and now we're going to go through how the common objections that you get from each individual archetype, and how you can really help serve them at the highest level. So the first archetype that we're going to dive into a little deeper is the archetype of the new agent. Sometimes they have closings, sometimes they have never had a closing. And so really you just want to learn why they got into real estate, build some basic level rapport, and then if they have closings coming up, continue on down the sales process. If they have no closings coming up and they haven't closed anything, we don't really want to try to offer them gifts for sale. What we want to do is more shape their understanding of how gifts should be used in their business, so that when they do have closings, you're the one that they come to. So the next archetype that we'll discuss is your standard agent. These people have been in the business for a few years. They can oftentimes predict or have a goal as far as how many closings they'll do this year, or how many they did last year. They know their numbers a little more clearly. These are a really good target for us. And for these clients, it's really diving in and understanding where they see the value in our gifts, and helping them connect what we do with gifting to the outcome they're looking for in their business. Whether it's generating more referrals, whether it's staying top of mind, whether it's saying thank you to clients, or putting a system in place. Like, we have all of those values that we bring, but for some people, those values mean nothing. And for some of them, there's really 1 or 2 reasons why they're really buying from us. And it's good to ask some discovery questions that we'll dive into to help us understand why this person is here in front of us and what attracts them to purchase from us. The third archetype is the team. Right? So many times they're doing larger volumes of transactions. There could be multiple different agents involved, and we actually offer a team program, a team gifting program for big teams. And so when you run across these people, it's very simple. Are you on a team, or do you work with anybody else? And they can tell you. And if they're a team, tell me about your team. Do you have any buyer's agents? How many assistants are there? And that'll give you a good sense for how big the team is. And when you ask how many transactions they do, and the other key question you want to ask is, who is taking care of the gifts on the team? Is it the individual agent? Is it the team lead? Or do they kind of come together and split cost on the client gift? Those are all valuable pieces of information that we want to know, so we can help direct the conversation to a place that's going to serve the client to the best of our abilities.